Good morning, friends and followers, YouTubers, YouTube creators, subscribers and Trevorites. But mainly, I say good morning to you, the subscribers, because without you, the channel wouldn't grow. And for that, I'm grateful. But if you're watching this video right now and you've not yet subscribed, why not? It's free. Well, people, it's Monday. I've got my son here this morning because his mum has to work. People do have to work in the UK. Not everyone gets things for free. Yes. Do you know what? I did this video 10 minutes ago. I had it ready to go up. I had it ready to upload. I was just about to finish my video and my door knocked and a guy came in from the economy heating to check my economy and my heating in each room. And I had to go, for fuck's sake, stop. There we go. So I'm back to do it again. This is the second time today I have a go at this video. Right, thank you to everyone who came in last night and sat in with me and watched on a Sunday night live. They watched my live stream and I appreciate it. There was hundreds of you, 400, 500 of you, and I appreciate it. Lots of questions coming in, lots of topics discussed. And lots of great YouTubers actually came in last night. I was really pleased to see that. That was lovely. But it's all good, all positive. It's all positive, people. Yes. Yes. The news, though, the news isn't positive today, is it? Nope. Do you remember the Rwanda Plan? Where the government wanted to put our migrants, they wanted to ship them off to Rwanda, and lefty lawyers jumped in and said, no, it's inhumane. We can't do that. It's inhumane. I don't understand why they said it was inhumane. What is inhumane is having homeless citizens lying on the streets each night while other people that arrive on our shores get given priority over hotels and housing and processing. Well, guess what? For those that don't understand the Rwanda Plan was a plan drawn up by not only British politicians, but Rwandan politicians. And the plan was that British taxpayers would invest multi-million pounds in Rwanda. We built a resort out in Rwanda, a hotel with rooms for people. It had a swimming pool, gymnasiums, restaurants, shops. We invested millions of pounds in Rwanda. And what we were meant to do is fly out after processing the migrants. We would fly them out to this destination where they would have a beautiful life, lovely food, great surroundings. And lefty lawyers, under the guidance of Labour Party, said, no, we want to keep them here because we want, basically, let's look at all this bullshit, keep them here. We'll fight to keep them here. We'll get their votes in elections. We will always stay, we will get in power. That's what Labour were thinking. Anyway, at the same time, the Rwandan government were going, okay, we'll sign a contract with Britain, and what'll happen is they'll bring over their migrants, which are all of healthy young men fighting age that can get jobs. So they're going to send us all these individuals that can work. And in return, Rwandan government were going to send to the UK their most poverty-stricken citizens. We were going to get people that needed help, people that actually needed help in Rwanda and Africa, and they were going to go across to the UK and we were going to help them with benefits, get them on the roll, get them paid, get them benefits and get them into work. So this whole plan was brilliant. We would get rid of these people to Rwanda and Rwanda would give us their citizens and we would help them. But you know, Labour Party that want to help everyone have let down the Rwandan people. They've let down the Rwandan government. The most poverty-stricken people in Rwanda now are still poverty-stricken and they'll probably die of starvation thanks to, well, I will say it, thanks to the Labour Party. Now you're probably thinking I care. I really don't give a shit. I'm just saying, I'm just letting you all aware. Do you know how many people have arrived this year, 2023? How many people have arrived in Dover on boats? 15,000. That's 15,000 people that have all got homes now. Can you imagine if we were to prioritise our own homeless veterans? We would imagine not having a country with not a single homeless veteran or a single homeless citizen. We could have fixed this, but we didn't. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Listen to this. Just Stop Oil. Just Stop Oil. Throwing orange powder everywhere at events and trying to and becoming domestic terrorists. Well, yeah, Just Stop Oil. You may find this very, very I'm going to say stupid, almost retarded. Just Stop Oil protesters gate crashed a Formula E event and they sat on the track. They sat on the track protesting. Now, for those that don't know what Formula E is, the top sport is Formula One. And then you've got different down. So kids start off in little carts and they gradually aspire to be a Formula One superstar. But on the way there, they go through Formula E. Formula E is an electric car event. So when Just Stop Oil turned up and sat on the track at an electric car event, it just proved to the world that the people behind this are the most retarded, stupid people on the planet that know nothing about the real world. Idiots. Idiots. They're the ones that didn't go to school. Or there's no in between. They either didn't go to school or they've got degrees at university. There's no in between. You're either thick, either way you've got no life experience or common sense. Sure, but this is my opinion. You can leave your comments below. Right. Now this is one which has stuck out. I read a letter this morning. Do you remember Dear John and Dear Deirdre? Well, there's now Dear Jane. Dear Jane. Now this made me angry when I read this. A man has written into Dear Jane and this is what he wrote. Dear Jane, my wife lost a leg in a horrific car crash and it's ruined our sex life. Now I want to divorce her and be able to move on. That's what he wrote. I read that and my first thing was, you are an arsehole. You are an absolute arsehole. That your wife clearly married the wrong person. It's meant to be in sickness and in health till death do us part. And if her injury has destroyed your sex life, do you know what? That's something you have to live with. You don't dump someone that's been involved in a horrific car crash. You don't ever treat people like that. It's a disgusting way. It is. I find it appalling. I really find it appalling. If sex means that much to you, just masturbate in your bedroom. But do not. Do you know what? I hope the woman finds out that you wrote that letter and she divorces you on the grounds of what you've just done. She divorces you and she takes half or even 3/4 of everything you have. You don't deserve to have a woman like that in your life. You don't deserve it. I find it disgusting. But I'm sure some of you may comment and say you agree, you don't agree. I don't care. I'm just giving you my opinion. The guy's a scumbag. Right. Remember I told you the other day about the man who got wrongfully imprisoned for 17 years? And then for some reason the government wanted him to pay back food and accommodation over those 17 years. Well, and then now the government stepped in and said, no, we don't want them to pay it back. The guy that said that must have been smoking cannabis, working from home when he wrote that letter. But yeah, so he doesn't have to pay it back now. But our government have offered that guy. Now, bear in mind, he was locked up, wrongfully imprisoned for rape, which he didn't do. So he's got to clear that name. I still think the woman that pointed him out, I still believe the woman that pointed him out needs to go to jail for that. I honestly believe that. We need to set a precedent that you just can't pick people out and say that's them. It's wrong. So she needs to be dealt with as well. But the government have offered him £1 million in compensation. £1 million in compensation? I would say no. I would turn it down. That guy deserves about 10 million, whether you like it or not. And I'll tell you why. A couple of years ago, a woman in the Royal Air Force received over £500,000 for repetitive strain injury from typing. So let's look at the comparison here. The government gave her £500,000 because she injured her wrists being stuck at a keyboard each day. £500,000. This guy got 17 years jail, wrongfully accused, and the government offers him 1 million. I would suggest this guy gets a great lawyer team and takes the government for 10 million. 10 million. There we go. Yeah. Oh, I've come up with something really nasty. I'm going to share it. So He should get 10 million compensation and then hire the woman that accused him of rape and hire her as a cleaner to clean his toilets and urinals. There we go. There we go. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? But there we go. That's just how I think sometimes. Yeah, you have to get your own back in certain things. Right. LGBT community have a great ambassador, and it is Martina Navratilova, who is she's an iconic tennis figure. Whenever you think of Wimbledon, that woman was brilliant. She was tennis, Mrs. Tennis. Mrs. Tennis is pissed off. She is fuming, and I agree with her. She's fuming. Check this out. A transgender woman, a man wearing a skirt, has just won a US national tennis tournament. Women's. And Mrs. Navratilova has said this. This sport is not a place for failed male athletes. I agree with you, Martina. I really do. It's a shame that other people seem to trying to normalise the most freaky, stupidest, retarded thing on the planet. Everyone's trying to be normalised, and we can't. We need people like Martina to stand up. Sharon Davies and all these sporting legends who need to stand up and say, no, enough's enough. Well, people, I'm now going to go and have a wonderful day, and I hope you are too. Thanks very much for the messages. Thanks very much for the emails. Stay safe.